Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 41 of the Black Sun Syndicate Squadron Shootout. In this episode, we've got the Fleet of the North Star by Thompson going up against the Fire and Brimstone by the Jimmer. This is a primary round match. Whoever wins here is going on to face the Argonauts in round 4 by Nobodix. And whoever loses going down to the secondary bracket, where you'll be fighting, let's see, this is Battle 40, loser of 40. We'll be going up against the First Void Crusade by Shieldmate. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this battle underway. Going to be so many missiles. There go all those missiles. Oh, and my computer slows to a crawl. Jeez. Oh, one of the bombers. Oh, never mind. It looked like one of the bombers was like down in the water there for a second, but it was actually just climbing as it usually does. It looks like doesn't look like that missile strike was effective at all against anything. They may have run out of fuel a little. Oh wait, no, never mind. There's some hitting over here. A few, but not much. Not doing a whole lot of damage to the Fleet of the North Star there. And the Brimstone is AI dead? Oh, jeez. Wow. Fleet of the North Star must be packing some heavy heat shells. Holy crap, that's unexpected. Because the thing's barely even damaged, but it's AI dead. Wow. That is very unexpected. Now they've just got to deal with those now the Fleet of the North Star just got to deal with those Hellfires. Which, good luck. I think their best strategy at this stage of the game is to just try and survive and win by hit points, because I don't know if they're really going to be able to do anything to the Hellfires. They're just so fast. Though one of the Hellfires has managed to get itself 31 seconds of disqualification time. Not sure how that happened, if it just went out of range or if perhaps it took some damage and wasn't able to turn quite right at one point and it's since repaired itself. I'm not sure. I'm still shocked at how quickly the Brimstone went down. Nearly an insta-gib. Now this battle is getting spread out as all the vessels kind of try to. Ooh, that bomber over there just took a missile hit. It looked like that's knocking it out of the sky. But the battle's getting spread out because all the vessels are trying to keep up with the Hellfires and just not able to do it. These things are ridiculously fast. But that one that had the partial disqual time has gained some more. It's a matter of whether these Hellfires can do enough damage to make up for the loss of the Brimstone before time runs out. And while they are very fast, they are a little lacking in the firepower department. Most of their materials were spent on, you know, making them go fast. They had enough firepower to kill the Valkyrie torpedo bomber, though, so... Oh, and the Freya bomber just got... It looks like it was actually detonated for disqualification. I must have missed that. It must have been too high. That definitely evens things out. We'll see whether or not the Hellfires have enough oomph to take care of the Sleipnir, Polaris, and Odin. So as of right now, they are very behind. The loss of the Brimstone is a huge blow for this team. The AA guns on the, I believe this is the Polaris. Yeah, the Polaris are trying so hard to hit these Hellfires and just not able to land shots. Because they're constantly turning and going, they're going so fast and constantly in a turn. The AI cannot properly lead them. One of the Hellfires did take a little bit of damage somewhere. Not certain how that happened, but it did take a little bit. But it's a minuscule amount of damage. I can't even tell which one is the one that got hit. Whichever one it was, it's already fully repaired itself, so. And the Polaris is slowly losing health here. Getting kind of chipped away by the missiles and advanced cannon fire of the Hellfire. But I have a feeling this is going to go the full 10 minutes. And we're only at 3.5 game time. Hellfire's just flying around, swarms of missiles everywhere, cannon shells flying everywhere, they can't hit them. Not sure what the Hellfires are even targeting now. They may be targeting the Odin submarine. Yep, looks like they are. Yep, it's losing hit points. So they are managing to hit it. That's probably the best target for them to go after, because if they can get that below 80% health, it's likely to despawn 80% to sinking. think it's only their cannon shots that are getting in here. I don't know if the missiles are able to do a whole lot. Looks like they're getting down low enough, but they aren't leading the target enough, so they end up falling behind it. Those ones didn't get down enough. Oh, some torpedoes, though. Those are coming in and landing some shots. Oh, I think the Odin is, yep, it is 80% in sinking. It is despawning. That is going to bring the hit point totals much closer together. I may have to do a manual calculation on this one if it's too close, just to make sure that there aren't any issues with the UI messing up or something like that. Well, as of right now, they're far enough apart where I'd be like, if the battle ended right now, I'd be comfortable saying that the Fleet of the North Star is the winner. But it's probably not going to stay that way. I have a feeling these Hellfires are going to chip away at the Sleipnir and Polaris, bring those numbers much closer together. One of the Hellfires added 6 more seconds to his disqual clock again. I wonder why one is doing that, but the other one is not. That's interesting. I'm not sure why that's a thing. And I know why the Polaris and the Sleipnir have any disqualification time. It's because these things are so fast and they fly around so crazily. Like, and this thing takes a while to turn around, so if they fly out of range when they're fighting one of its allies, it has to turn around, and it gets disqualification time because those things are so fast. Which isn't necessarily the fairest, but hey, it is what it is. If it doesn't get disqualified, then it doesn't matter. Penalty time does not matter until it reaches 60 seconds. And right now, the Hellfires are kind of pounding on the Polaris and are likely going to kill it before time runs out. They might not, though. We'll see. The missiles raining in, slowly chipping away. I really wish that individual missiles were stronger so that you didn't need massive CPU wrecking swarms to do good damage. It's like a good cruise missile, like, should be doing a lot more damage than this. You know, if you go by, like, real life missile standards, but they're kind of... Oh, that one Hellfire has added more disqualification. If it ends up hitting 60 seconds and disqualifying itself, it may lose the battle for its team. I'm not sure why it keeps doing that, but it needs to stop it. It's at 54 seconds. That's dangerously close. Yeah, see, now the teams are within 10% of each other. If the battle ended right now, I would do a manual calculation to make sure. Polaris is hanging on. I'm sure the repair bots are repairing away on that thing, if there are any. I think even with a manual calculation, though, I think the Fleet of the North Star may come out on top unless the UI is just way off. There is no 5% rule in this tournament or anything. Whoever has the most hit points has the most hit points. They win. We've got 30 seconds left in the match. Oh man, the Polaris is so close to despawning. If it despawned, that would be it. Like, there'd be no way the Fleet of the North Star could win at that point. And time's up. Oh, nope. Time's up. Okay. So, yep, it looks like the Fire and Brimstone came out on top just barely. Just barely in this battle. So, we'll go ahead and get it restarted and get round 2 underway. Yeah, it was a very narrow victory for the Fire and Brimstone there. Well, let's go ahead and get round 2 going. See what happens this time around. I want to watch the Brimstone rain over here, because it dying that quickly was very unexpected. And it's getting chewed up again. Like, it's losing hit points fast. I'm not sure what's doing it. Oh, yeah, it looks like there's definitely some... Those may not be heat, those may just be kinetic rounds. May have just penetrated in and gotten a pretty good shot off in the first round. Yeah, those things are going straight through the Brimstone rain. Those things have some heavy penetration and damage on them. It's no surprise really that they ended up hitting the AI. They'll probably do it again soon, but they're taking a little bit longer to do so this time. The Brimstone rain got a second volley of missiles off. Ooh, ammo detonation on the Brimstone rain. That's going to make using all those missiles a bit difficult. The torpedo bombers up there are having issues again. The Valkyrie has taken a lot of damage. It looks like it may be falling out of the sky over there. The Freya is not doing a whole lot better. Yeah, those kinetic shells are just going straight through the Brimstone rain. And then it is getting... Oh, all those... Like, so many of those torpedoes just failed to actually do any damage because they blew each other up before reaching the target. Yeah, the Brimstone rain is definitely taking some serious damage here. The Valkyrie has been taken down, has despawned. Freya is pretty badly hurt, but still in the air. It's impressive for an aircraft to be down at 75% and still flying. Still able to maneuver even. Brimstone rain's down to 66%. Hurt pretty bad. Didn't get AI deaded this time though. Maybe that was just a lucky shot in the first round. It is entirely possible. Looks like the Brimstone rain has a lot of armor on the rear. Oh, looks like another ammo detonation just went off. Yeah, that's going to be it for the Brimstone rain. It is 2 damaged and going to despawn. Oh, but now the looks like the Freya bomber is taking a bit too much damage at this point. No, it may be. Oh, it's getting hit by friendly missiles. It almost looks like it's. Oh no, it's falling. I was gonna say it looked like it was flying backwards, but no, it's falling out of the sky. Hellfire's doing their thing, flying around some more. This is looking very much like the first round. Though I believe the Fleet of the North Star is more damaged at this point than it was at this point in the first round. One of the Hellfires racking up that disqual time again. Is it? I'm not sure why. They look like they're both in range, but maybe it's too high. I can't tell which one it is. It must be that one over there. It may be too high. Yep, it's too high. It's 400 meters. And chasing those things down to look at them is a little difficult. If it doesn't come back down, it's going to get itself detonated. Looks like it did, though. It looks like its time isn't increasing anymore. I wonder if it was damaged and that's what caused that, or what? I'm not sure. But I think I'm going to go ahead and speed things up for this round because it's more of the same. Not really anything special, new, or different going on here. The only thing that might happen is maybe a Hellfire might disqualify itself. But, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and speed it up at this point. Get through this battle a little bit quicker. This is already going to be a long video with how long that first round went and me having to do my bumbling manual calculations. Okay, folks, we're coming down here to the last minute of round 2, and one of the Hellfires got itself disqualified. It detonated. Spent too much time too high, but the Sleipnir's submarine carrier also looked like it got its propulsion knocked out, and it was just kind of spinning in a circle there, and the battle wandered away from it, so it got disqualified as well. But this is definitely looking like a victory for the Fleet of the North Star here. With only one Hellfire left, but I am a little curious because it seems odd that the hit point counter would be off by over 5% on a fully intact vessel. So once this round is over, I'm going to do a quick cut and I'm going to investigate this a little bit before we do round 3. And there it is. That is time, and that is a for sure victory for the Fleet of the North Star. Like, that is, it's got over twice the hit points left of the Hellfires here. But anyway, yep, gonna do a quick cut, and then we'll be back for round 3. Okay, everyone, we're back. So yeah, I went and just did basically a manual calculation of the Fire and Brimstone's block counts, and yeah, the Hellfires are 25%, the Hellfires 50%. Everything's good there, but for some reason, the UI is not displaying that properly. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to bring this up to Wootness and basically use those as only as unofficial counters from now on, unless there's like a very obvious gap like in round 2 here, where it was pretty obvious that the Polaris and the Odin combined were worth more than a single Hellfire. So use them more as a guideline rather than an official solid ruling. But I'll get in contact with Wootness and see what's going on with that, because that seems very strange. Anyway, let's go ahead and get round 3 of this battle underway. This is going to be a long video. Those explosions happening on the Brimstone again, Brimstone Rain. Those kinetic rounds from the Polaris have a ton of punch. Granted, this thing does seem to be mostly alloy, but still, it goes straight through the entire ship, bow to stern. That's pretty impressive. You know, when it hits, anyway. Doesn't do so much when it misses. The Valkyrie is taking some big hits again. Likely from, yeah, they're getting shot up by the Hellfire's guns. Probably taking some missiles too. Let's go watch the bombers a bit. I spent enough time looking at the Brimstone in the other 2 rounds. Ooh, the Freya is, or no, that's the Valkyrie. Not much left of that poor little thing. Now it's down in the water. I don't imagine it'll be living much longer. It has an 80% in sinking despawn going on because all that's left is the cockpit and a bit of the wings. It might come out of the water though. Yep, it came out of the water. It is still alive. Oh, jeez. Oh, and now it's too damaged. Where's the Freya at? Up there. Looks like it's doing just fine. The Brimstone Rain is surviving a bit longer this time. Even longer this time than it did in the previous one. In round 2. Granted, it seems the key to the Brimstone Rain's victory is having its Hellfire not despawn itself. Hey, the Freya's not exactly slow either. It's not as fast as the Hellfires, but it's pretty quick. It's dodging those missiles pretty easily. And then it looks like they must be infrared because they just decided to go after the... They're like, screw this, I'm going to go after the target I can actually hit. Yeah, look at that. They're going... Like, they went after the Freya bomber. And when they couldn't catch it, they're turning around and going after the Polaris. That's funny. I think it's more like they're actually trying to come about to get on the Freya again, but then they lock onto the Polaris in the process. Okay, a few of the missiles are managing to catch the Freya and hit it. It's taking some damage. The Brimstone Rain is up. It's AI dead now. Or no, it's not. That's the spawn stick I saw. Never mind. It's probably going to be 2 damage here any moment, though. Oh, and the Freya bomber apparently got itself disqualified. I didn't notice that. Too high. Kerboom. Brimstone Rain's got to be... It's not despawning yet. It's getting really close, though. There it is. There's the 2 damage despawn. So now it's the Sleipnir, Polaris, and Odin versus the Hellfires yet again. Hellfires need to take down the Odin like they did before. It was definitely their easiest target to do so. So they only have to get it down to 80% and it'll probably get a sinking despawn. The Polaris has proven very difficult for them to kill. Yeah, it looks like they're going after the Odin right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and speed things up here once more, just to make this not excruciatingly long. Alright folks, we're coming down to the last few seconds here. The Sleipnir is getting awfully close to getting itself disqualified. Or, well, getting disqualified anyway. It's more the Hellfires doing circles that are causing the issues, but it is... Looks like it is moving towards the opponents now, so it looks like it'll be alright. And... time. Alright, so... my thinking here is that a Sleipnir, Polaris, and Odin combined are probably worth more than just the two Hellfires. The two Hellfires are, as we know, worth 50% of the Brimstone, the Fire and Brimstone's, oh, what are the words I'm looking for? Their hit point total. The Polaris is worth 48% itself. Plus the Sleipnir is 22 and the Odin is 14. So that's a combined total of 84%. Yeah, 84%. Before damage. But even if I cut the Polaris down to half, that's 24. Yeah, even if I cut it in half, the Hellfire, the Fire and Brimstone would barely win. But I suppose since this is the third match and this is going to be the deciding factor, I suppose I should go in here and do more manual calculations just to be safe. Alright, so we've got the 48% of the Polaris times, let's go get its actual block count here. I wonder if it's still doing that thing where it's losing blocks even though the battle has ended. 83-36. Nope, it's staying strong at that. I'm not sure what that was before. It's 83-36 divided by 15801. 15081. Right? Yes. Okay. So that's 26% for the Polaris. Okay. Come over here to the Sleipnir. 59.50. So the Sleipnir is 22% times 5915 divided by 6854. So that's putting, yeah, there's no way that the Odin is not worth. If I add these together, plus 18.985, that's 45%. There's no way the Odin is not worth 5% when its base worth is 14% and it's only showing 4%. Yeah, the Fleet of the North Star is the victor. I don't feel the need to calculate the Odin when I've got that number there. It's going to exceed 50% without a doubt. So, congratulations, Thompson. Your Fleet of the North Star has defeated the Fire and Brimstone, and we'll be moving on to the next round of the Black Sun Syndicate Squadron Shootout. My condolences, Jimmer. Your Hellfires just weren't quite able to do it on their own. And with the Brimstone Rain getting taken down, it was just too much for them to handle on their own. Those kinetic rounds on the Polaris just were just too brutal. Those things have some major penetration. Anyway, thanks for watching this extremely long video. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. It was, even though it was, you know, a bit lengthy. And I'll see you guys on the battlefield.